The following program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ, WVTC Allsip Chicago, and iNetworks Communication Station.
Great morning, everybody. Great morning, great morning.
Great morning.
Welcome to Cupcakes and Conversations with me, Tinisha Stevens, and
Martina Brooks with Prayers for Cause.
Amen. So, you guys, this month, we want to jumpstart this year. I pray that, first of all, Happy New Year to you guys. Happy New Year. Happy new resolutions, new walk with God, new everything. God has given us another chance. He's granting us grace and mercy and new mercies every single day to get back up one more time and give us another chance. Give us another chance to give him all the glory and give him all the honor and give him all the praise. I want to make sure that this is my privacy on my regular page is never something I can share it to your page once I fix this.
Okay.
That's good. Okay. There we go. Okay, perfect. So now you should be able to see it. So we want to jumpstart this year here on WVTC Radio, you guys, with Entrepreneurship Month. Entrepreneurship. So I am in business. My name is Tinisha Stevens again. I'm the owner and operator of Drizzle Me Happy. And God gave me this business over 5 years ago. Actually, oh my gosh, I just hit 6 years in business. Look at that. It gets away from you so quickly. You just don't even realize it. But 6 years in business now. And God told me to start this business when I was at church a while back. I was a serial entrepreneur as far as like with doing network marketing businesses. And at that time, God pushed me to start a cupcake business. I had no clue how to bake. So when God gives you tools, he downloads something inside of you, he will help you. He will be there. He will have your back. He will give you all the tools that you need to move forward. Even if you don't know how to do it, just like the woman with the issue with the oil, when she was left behind with her husband after her husband was deceased, and God, the prophet asked her, "What do you have at home, and what can you do to get yourself out of debt? What do you have at home?" And I had a box of cake mix, and I started my business because God said, "Move," and that was it. And I moved in obedience. And now 6 years later, I'm still in business because this business has nothing to do with me. So we're jump starting this year with doing business God's way. Over the journey of the time of my business, I started realizing that, wow, he gave me this business and it has nothing to do with me.
Amen. And
so I want to share other entrepreneurs who have, who's in alignment with that, with God, who's in alignment with doing things with the cause, behind their business. Because when you start a business and it's doing business with a cause, it has nothing to do with you. Now, when I started my business, I had no clue as to why he told me to start a cupcake business. All I know is that in 2014, I took my grandmother's blender and mixer and it sat on the shelf for some years. And then 2016 going to 2017, that's when I got the unction from God to move. And so I moved in obedience, and all you need is one cheerleader. And I had one cheerleader in my corner at that time. And if I didn't have that cheerleader to meet him again in my corner at that time, I probably wouldn't have moved. I told my friend at that time, and I said, God told me to start a cupcake business. She said, do it. And so you need that support. You need somebody in your corner. You don't need thousands of people and thousands of friends, because sometimes people around you don't understand why you're doing what you're doing.
And it's funny how God can just bring someone in your life and you don't expect it. You don't know what's going on. And for some reason, it allows you to get this push that you don't even foresee. And it gives you some type of power to say, okay, I can do this. I got that. And sometimes you just need that from somewhere, someone, and it just comes out of nowhere. So I do understand what you mean by that.
I met Martina at the beginning. So this is Martina Brooks, you guys. And I met her at the beginning of my cupcake business journey. I literally was at a restaurant with my husband, Peaches, on 47th in Chicago. And at that time, like I told her, initially, like I was a part of a network marketing company. So I was learning how to spark conversations with people. And I was trying to be more open, be more of a people person, because when I first started in the company, I was one of those people who's like, I don't like people. I don't want to talk to people. So I just shut down, so many relationships and friendships over the journey because of my negative mindset about people, because people have hurt me. So hurt people, right? And so I just would stay away from people. But this day, this was nobody but God. He said, say something to her. So I turned around. She's sitting right behind us. And I said, girl, that looks so good on your plate. What you eat? And she turned around and started talking to me. Look, y'all, it was 2017, right? Yeah, 2017. It is 2022. She's still sitting right here, right beside me. I gained a friend. She never started in that business with me because it wasn't even meant for her to do that. It was meant for her to be in my life as a friend. And now she started her own company. And I want her to talk about her journey and how God led her to open up her own company, like her journey. She is a dental hygienist, right?
Correct.
Okay. I want to make sure I get everything right here. And God, on her journey of being a dental hygienist, God has given her own business. So you never know what God plants you and how life is going to turn around for you. A lot of people think that their job is their source. Your job is not your source. God is your source. And so within her job, she found her other source that's going to take her life to the next level. And that way she won't have to depend upon a job for the rest of her life. So I want you to start talking. Tell everybody about who you are, whose you are, and the name of your business. And just give them some insight as to who you are, what you do.
Sure.
And your business and everything that God has planted inside of you.
Okay. Wow. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you, my sister, my queen. Where do I start? I'll start, like she said, I'm a dental hygienist. I've been in the field now almost 10 years. This year will make 10 years that I've been in the field. And I absolutely love what I do. What led me to that journey, I was actually going through a divorce with 3 kids. And I wanted to find something that I could be successful in and also have a profession, not knowing where it would lead me, not knowing how much I was going to love it. Not to mention I had no money. I didn't know how I was going to pay for schooling, let alone live. And I had 3 boys at the time, also going through a divorce. So while I just had faith, I put everything in God's hands. I got in school. Now, mind you, I already have, I have 2 associate's degrees and shy of my bachelor's, an internship shy of my bachelor's. And when I went back to school for dental hygiene, I didn't know how to, fit that bill. How would I be able to go to school and come out of it? And so not knowing that I could go to a university and get financial aid and do it all over again. So for those of you who do not know or not aware, once you run out of financial aid at a 2-year level, you can go to a university and take courses, transfer those courses over back to whatever school you want to go to. And those courses, as long as they take those courses, they would count. And so I figured out a plan on how to do this. So I went ahead and took the courses, my prereqs at Chicago State, transferred those over to Kennedy King College, because at that time, that was the school that had the dental hygiene program. And I went in and it's been 10 years now. A student at the time when I was going through boards, I was getting ready to raise money to try to find a way to pay for my boards. And I don't know, I'm the type of person who's, if you need me, I'm there. If there's questions, things like that. Absolutely. And I went to Inglewood and graduated from Kennedy. Well, I went to Kennedy King College and graduated out of the dental hygiene program, which is located in the community of Inglewood. So therefore, in the program, it started out with 3 minorities. In the end, I was the only Black girl that graduated out of the program.
Wow! And congratulations!
Thank you.
Girl, you ain't tell me that.
At the same time, because there was minorities in the program and at the school, and it was in an area that wasn't accustomed to, I would be the one locking up the school a lot of times, things like that. So with that, I kept good ties with everyone at the school.
I got a question for you. So, was that like a service piece for you? You know how sometimes we don't realize that in order to get to where we need to be, we have to become servant leaders. So at that time, you didn't even think about what you were doing as a service. You locking up, you're doing. People don't realize the advantage of serving, being a servant leader. When I was younger, I worked at Kenny's Ribs, right? And I had a negative attitude at that time as a young teenager. You need to wash them walls. I ain't washing your walls. And, I'm like, and I got older. When I became an adult, I really wish I would have washed them walls. It gives you work ethic.
Yes.
It humbles you. It allows you to become a servant leader to get to the next step. Because you always have to serve before you can actually put on the full coat that you want. When you walk in a business, having everything, every aspect of your life plays a role in you coming together to in that stage in life where God gives you, when you're ready, you're prepared to receive the millions or however much money or whatever it is that God has for you. And so, people don't realize that. You were locking up and closing doors and didn't even realize that on that journey that
He was blessing me at that moment. And going back, it was a student. Like I said, I wasn't financially able to pay for anything, so I was getting ready to raise money. And the student's like, well, Martina, what are you raising money for? I said, I'm trying to get money for the boards. So a student came to me, and she says, Martina, I heard you were raising money and this and that. She said, well, how much you need? I told her the amount that I needed. She said, well, my dad's a dentist. I'll bring you a check tomorrow. Look at God. Wow. She brought me a check the next day. That's how I was able to pay for my boards. In turn, I signed up for what you call the WIA program. There's a program called WIA. You guys, if you all are not aware, it's in the city, it's accessible, and it helps people with money in order to go to school. So if you commit to a couple days or something like that, they'll pay so much. So I got $8,000 in WIA funding in the program, and that's how I was able to pay her back for helping me with my boards.
Oh my gosh.
So now moving forward.
That's a huge blessing though. That was awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So during the pandemic, I ended up losing a job, and that I was on for a few years. It was in close to home. Everything was convenient. And when that occurred, I started thinking about having my own, because I was in my own profession. I never thought about entrepreneurship until at that moment.
A lot of people started businesses during the pandemic, and if you weren't in alignment and in tune with God, it's like it just went over so many people's head with those PPP loans. It was all about grabbing the money and having instant gratification. But while others were like, wait a minute, let me take this money and let me start an actual business with this money. And then he also was downloading. People thought it was a tumultuous time, but it was also a time for resting in God. It's like you can hear him, and you heard him. That was good.
You guys, I still didn't know that God was still talking to me and moving with me. I'm just moving. Okay. I just got faith.
And some of us don't know.
And I believed in myself. Believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one will.
That's right.
So that's very important. Love you. Love on yourself. Real good. Real hard.
Real hard. For real. You do have to love yourself because, we're moving and everybody ain't going to have your back. Everybody's not going to understand what God is telling you to do. Everybody's not going to understand who you are and whose you are. And when you're wrapped in the loving arms of God, a lot of people don't understand so many different things. So you just can't tell everybody you got to move in obedience. Move. And so now we're here today talking about her business, but she moved in obedience.
So let me tell y'all how I moved. This right here is my business proposal. It's a 30-page business proposal. I also have what you call a pitch deck. So if you haven't heard about what a pitch deck is, it's how you get funding, it's how you reach out, it's how you differentiate yourself from other businesses. So with that being said, just because when someone gave back to me, now that I've been in a hygienist for so long, and now that I've started my own company, Threads for a Cause, Look and Feel Good for a Reason, LLC, I want to also give back. So I give back by working part-time at Malcolm X College in a clinic with the hygiene students. And eventually with my scrub line, I want to be able to provide funding for those students that are looking to get in the hygiene program that are minorities. That are minorities.
I know, right?
I'm not changing that. That's who I want to assist. That's yeah. And so I'm excited.
You should be. You absolutely should be. So tell people exactly what Threads for. So now you started your business, right?
Okay.
So
what is Threads for a Cause?
Yep. What is Threads for a Cause?
Threads for a Cause is a scrub line where I specialize in scrubs for the working professional, for the non-working professional, because scrubs can be worn not just by medical professionals.
Right.
They also can be worn by cosmetologists, by barbers, by estheticians, bakers, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to do something different. Because I am in the field, I wanted to create something that's unique, that stands out, that's economical, and that's stylish. And so I designed Threads for a Cause. And not only did I have scrubs, but I have also implement workout wear for those individuals who may not want any scrubs or anything like that, because Threads for a Cause, when you wear Threads for a Cause, is a cause for that. Whether you're helping someone fix and keep their teeth healthy, their mouth healthy, whether your cause is to create a remarkable look in a woman and make her feel good about herself.
And your threads are making people feeling good about themselves. And when you're working, you're not just working in a regular little funky scrub. Sorry, but it's cute and you feel good going to work. You working, like you go get the V-neck scrubs and that's just it. Mm-hmm. But then you go put on hers with a peplum skirt going around the waist, and now you feeling cute going to work with a scrub on. Scrubs are just basic. They make, they elevate them as far as with characters and things like that. But you feel classy, cute, and sexy at the same time in your scrubs. And so, I had to get her on here to be able to share this because I love it. She's going to make me one for a baker's outfit too. Because they so big sometimes that everybody just look the same in the baker's uniform, and God gave me something different. I want to wear something different to it. Might not go all the way right with something different. So,
exactly.
But so go ahead and finish telling them about
what's in the line. Mm-hmm. So with the line, I implement a workout wear as well, so I can have something for everyone because I want to promote health and wellness. So I have something for women, I have something for men, I have something for the young adults, big, small, petite, tall. I want to be able to create something for everyone.
Okay.
Currently, I have 5 different colors, and this is for the women. I have them in gray, blue, black, peach, and purple. I have 3 different styles. I have a peplum style, which I'll show you guys. I also have a short sleeve, which I have one today. And then I also have a long sleeve style scrub set as well. I also have something for men. I have a style that's on its way for the men that I designed, which is different. It looks very professional. I did bring that in for you guys to see as well.
Good.
And for the men, I have 3 colors currently, black, maroon, and blue. So right now I'm currently, I'm growing. I started the business, writing everything out, 2019. 2021 is when I really came out and established everything. And so I'm just looking to continue to have faith in what I'm doing, stay focused, create new and create and still try to keep myself up to date and relevant with everything. So
Go ahead.
I'll show you guys what I have on today. This is my black scrub set. It's a peplum style. It has pockets here. It has a place where you can put pins. This is the back. It's a princess seams here. I also have here the drawstring. It also has the elastic waistband, so that way they're comfortable. I have pockets here. I have them here on the sides. Then I also have them here in the back.
We love pockets on our scrubs. You need pockets.
Then when a lady bends over, nothing is revealed. Everything is comfortable. So this is also another style in long sleeve. So I never really see long sleeve scrub sets. So I wanted to provide it because I'm always cold. And I don't want to put on a jacket. I don't want to have on too many layers at the same time.
That's good. All of that.
This is the peplum style. I put it on like a nice size woman because nowadays you don't see a lot of petite women like myself. So this is a style for.
There you go. Back the other way up. Which way is it going? This way. Come over here.
This way.
Yeah.
Perfect. So this is peplum. Show you. It zips here. It zips all the way down, so that way it's easy to get into.
Oh, it's a zipper in the front.
Yeah. Invisible.
That was an invisible zipper for real. That's nice.
Yes. It has elastic on the sleeves here. It also has elastic here. There's a little pocket here, like if you want to put an ID here or something like that.
That is so cute.
Then there's also pockets here on both sides of the peplum. So I wanted to have it simple and stylish at the same time.
I love it.
Yeah. The pants that I have for the peplum are straight leg. Show you guys that. They are straight leg. They also have elastic and drawstring in them as well. So these are the pants.
Those are cute.
So they have pockets here.
Love that.
Pockets here. The sides as well.
That's good.
Pockets in the back.
I love that.
Yeah. So this is my peplum, you guys. The pants that I have on now are jogger style pants. They have the elastic at the bottom and they cuff at the bottom, where they're not straight. Can't put my leg up there, but I'll give you all my my tags, so that way you know where to find me, where you can find everything.
Yes, ma'am. So with threads, would you start a threads for a cause? How has everything? How does that make you feel when you're starting your own business now? And you've been in that field. You've been in that field for a long time, and it's, you you pretty much you still finding your way through. But how is it? How does it make you feel like for as far as your thoughts for the future with your business and things like that? How is it making you feel now?
It feels very good to me. The one thing that I do is like for one of the things she brought this show is on is based on putting God first. So the first thing I try my best to do is try to put him first. I get up on a daily basis now, early in the morning, and I was not doing that at one point. Thanks to my friend Miss Tinisha, right here. She has been the only. She has been. I don't have women in my life that are friends that have prayed with me. That's important. That's important to have those type of people in your life that so-called supposed to be your friends. They should be able to talk to you about God and be positive and pray with you. And that's what she has done with me. Because of that, I find myself getting up. I don't do it every morning. I'm trying to get there, but I do get up early mornings, and I get on my knees and I pray to my Lord. Okay. So I try my best to put him first. I try to have faith. I stay positive, and I don't give up. I try to keep moving. I try not to allow the outside world to be something that will be negative in my world. I try to keep that separate from me.
That's good. That ties in with doing business God's way, because a lot of people have, we as Christians, or believers, when you're doing business, a lot of our motivations is money, goals, achievements. We're striving so hard. We're getting up, pounding the pavement every single day, and we forget about resting in God and how He will give us everything. He will supply all of your needs according to His riches and glory, and how He wants us to lean upon Him as our source. And so, as a kingdom entrepreneur, your number one striving goal every single day is seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And that's the first thing, like she said, she get up and pray. First thing in the morning, a lot of us turn on our phones. We go check our social media pages. We check our bank accounts. We check our emails. We check so many things other than giving God our first. He wants you to give Him the first fruits at the beginning of the year, first fruits when you wake up in the morning. I mean, just Him first. And we have to, great morning, Adam. Great morning. We have to put God first in all things that we do. And so, yeah, nobody is perfect. Mm-hmm. So I know that. Nobody is perfect. And Happy New Year to you, too. I pray that your New Year is starting out great. Pray that it's starting out absolutely amazing. Yes. And so, yeah, but as a kingdom driven entrepreneur, we're motivated by money, but we got to get more motivated by, like with your business, you have a cause behind it. And everything is not done for money. It's done to help other people. Like, you want to give back. You want to give back to the people that help you. You want to give back to the dentistry industry. You want to give back, and it's not about you. Yeah. It's not about you at all. And God is going to continue to bless you as you continue to stay focused on helping His people. It's about growing the kingdom. Our business is our ministry, and our ministry is our business. And so when you're out here in the marketplace, the whole thing is to bring people back to God. So your kindness, your gestures, all those things is bringing people back to the foundation of the world, which is God. And so, yeah, we got to keep putting God first. And all you can do is take one step at a time every single day and get closer to Him, and building a relationship with God is extremely important.
Tanisha, like I said, I've never thought about entrepreneurship. I've never had my own business or anything like that. So when I started this thing, I started from scratch. And the first thing I knew to do was write it all down. Write it all down. Get your thoughts out. That's where you start, because that's when you start to move. And so that's what started it and guided it along the way. And I have faith in it. I believe that I will be very successful in this. I'm not going to give up on it. You guys out there, you have a business that you're looking to do, you want to do something, believe in it. Believe in your dream. Believe in yourself, because it might not come or what you call it. It may not reach as many people in the beginning as you might want it to, but eventually it will if you keep pushing.
It's going to grow. The thing is it's going to reach the audience, the proper audience. As long as you're leading with God every single day, and you're asking Him to lead you and guide you. You're asking Him to show me what to do today. I was talking about, I did a live right before this about talking about prophetic planning for your day. Sometimes we get up and thinking that we have to do 15 things in a day. Mm-hmm. And a lot of us as entrepreneurs are overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed. You're a kingdompreneur, but you're not a kingdompreneur. You have one foot in the world and one foot on the side with God. And the one foot in the world is you got to pound the pavement, grace of grinding. I got to achieve this goal for the day. This goal. I got a plan. And God says, well, I have the plans for you, and not to harm you, and to take care of you, give you a future and a hope. God says He has the plans. But what we do as Christians, we write down, and not saying you don't write down, you write down the vision and make it plain. You write the vision down, right?
Right.
But did you sit and rest in God for Him to download that vision inside of you so that you can write it down and continue to claim and, speak over it?
I didn't start resting in that until maybe this year. I didn't start realizing what God was really doing and bringing certain people in my life and planting seeds. And I'm just be honest. I didn't realize that. I do now.
And that's what I'm transparent. We being transparent. We're not Christians. Not Christians. Oh my gosh, we're not ministers. We're not preachers. It's through transparent situations that people can find God. They can relate to you, and it's through your walk with God. It's not through how many scriptures you can quote. You know what I'm saying, or how your whole daily planning with God is. Sometimes we don't get all of the stuff done. But as long as you initially started your day out with thanking Him, sometimes that's all it takes. Yeah. Thank you, Lord, for waking me up this morning, because He loves us. And His hands is constantly extended. And you may not have realized that His hands was constantly extended. He told you to write that vision down. You wrote it down. Threats for a cause, that is of God, totally of God. And so when you wrote it down, He just continued to bless us. He was just giving you another way. You didn't have the money. You didn't have the resources that you need, but He sent people.
And didn't know how to start, so I YouTube everything.
That's right. Tell them about it.
How do I do that? How I execute this business plan?
Tell them about it.
How do I get my my patents done? How do I, make this logo mine? And so everything that I did from the start, I researched it on my own and looked it up. So, there's no excuses.
That's right.
You guys.
That's right.
You got this, and I know because I've done it. Again, I grew up in Inglewood. I was raised, my mom was a single mom, and I was raised with 8 brothers and sisters, and I said, I need to get up out of that.
So I got a question for you. Does anybody else in your family have a business? Like among all 8 of you, does anybody else have a business?
Well, my sister started her business. She's a chef, which I'm very proud of her. Mm-hmm. My brother already has his own business. He's been cutting hair for a long time now. Okay. And I have a nephew that has a business as well. And so I have people around me that are positive, that have shown me, okay, they can do it. I can do it. Mm. And these are younger adults, who look up to me.
I knew you were about that. I just totally felt that. I knew that's exactly what you were about to say. They're looking up to you. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So I said, I got to get this. I got to get it right. I got to get it together, And so I just pray on that. you know, and I think I am blessed for her to even have this show to be able to provide information for small businesses or people that are getting out there just to assist with anything, what you may be feeling, going through, because you never know how one little thing could affect someone in a positive way.
Absolutely. And that's the whole purpose. He said, show people who you are through who you are. And that's what Cupcakes and Conversations is all about. It's not about just the cupcakes or, you know, I mean, I do have a business. Yes, of course, you do want money. But it's about building the kingdom, building through that platform, and God will grow you. God will grow your business for you. This year, January, we just talked about not too long ago on the show about New Year resolutions and how short they are, how short-lived they are when you don't put God first. So it says, you know, the relationship with God is everlasting, but physical things are short-lived when you're not putting God first. And so you want to keep putting God first. Your business will grow when people don't realize that, and understanding that. You told me the last time. Yep, it is still going. Okay, I just want to make sure that it was rotating. But yeah, a lot of us we. Yeah. But I was about to ask you a question. Okay, so through your whole process of starting your business, I mentioned the woman with the oil. The prophet asked her, what did she have at home? And she went around from house to house and ended up having enough money to get herself out of debt. And with you, like you said, you had no clue how to start this business. And you said you went through YouTube, you went to research. There is no excuse for us to be able to jumpstart to do what God has told us to do.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. No excuse. We have access to so many. We don't just have Encyclopedia Britannicas at home no more. We have
easy access.
Yeah, you can research everything, which is how I started my business. Started the business that God told me to start, rather, and I did the same thing. But He just kept downloading ideas, just different ideas. We started this business with a cupcake that I found on social media, and everything was boxed, everything. And I sold about $400 by the end of that year. Mm-hmm. I started at the end of 2016. By 2017, I had made about $400, and I'm like, I guess you do want me to start this, huh? And so when I saw I made money off a box cake, but I later found out that's what a lot of people use in the industry, anyways. But everything I do, everything I make is homemade. So God told me to start, and He said move. And so I just want to keep bringing different entrepreneurs on here for the month of January to jumpstart, to give you insight as to how you already have everything that you need. Tap into God. Yes. Tap into His presence. Rest in God, because He wants to give you that business that you feel like you can't have. And she's a living example. I'm a living example that you can start that business. And it's through researching. You have to still do the work. The Bible says faith without works is dead. You still have to do the work. You can have the faith, all that you want, but you can't just sit there. It's not just going to fall out the sky with no movement. And so every time you take a step, God is right beside you.
Yeah. You know who else is beside me? Another reason what keeps me pushing is because this lady right here. This is a young picture of her from when she was young. Yes, my mommy. I lost my mom last year, and before I lost my mom, I talked to her about the business, and I talked to her what I was trying to do, and she was my biggest supporter. You know, yes. And so I want to make her proud. Yeah.
So give you can tell them some more about like how everything is going right now, like as far as your journey, like how are you? So you YouTubed everything, right?
Yeah.
You started your business. You wrote down the vision. You made it plain, right? You wrote the vision down. You got it, and you moving. You move, and you don't want to stop. Your mom is your motivation, and you believe in yourself and your kids. Yeah, that's you. And then now, as far as how do you market your business? How are you growing your business?
So now I've been working a lot behind the scenes the past few months. I've been working more on my patents. I've also been working on marketing, just learning how to create videos and be able to reach different people.
So you're going through the process. God is processing you right now.
So now I'm on social media. I be TikToking and Snapchatting and, on Instagram. And I've never done those things. I've only had a Facebook, and so I had to evolve. I had to learn how to not be afraid to talk and communicate and be able to just put myself out there a little bit, because people they don't want to just buy stuff from you. They want you to be a little bit more personable with them.
They want to know who you are. People do not buy from people who they do not know, like, or trust. Yeah. So that's hence why this Cupcakes and Conversation is it said, open up your mouth and talk about me. And I'm like, start a YouTube channel. Okay, I get that. Now I'm here on a radio station, on a radio platform, WVTC Radio, the Stellar Award winning radio station. Look how God opens up doors. Like, I would have never thought I would have. I mean, yeah.
And I love people, so it's not a problem with me, talking to people and being a people's person.
You are a people's person. So. We wouldn't be sitting right here. You wouldn't even turn around and respond to me that day.
So I started with pop-up shops. So I started being a participant at different events, getting myself out there, networking in that manner. Now I'm looking to find other pop-up shops that involve more of like medical field, those who wear scrubs. So now I'm looking to find a way to have events that are in tune to that, catered to those things. So that way I'm not just spending like 8 hours at an event and I'm not, getting anyone that's there for me.
Although you don't know how you're moving, you are moving with God. You are totally, that is, I just said, okay, so that's an example of prophetically planning for your day, just to let you know. Okay. So when you sit back and you God does not want you to work that hard in the midst of your business. He wants to be able to give you everything that you need, but you got to be able to hear him. You're hearing him, just to let you know.
Okay.
Instead of you being at an event for 8 hours and wasting time, he's going to give you the right places where you're supposed to go. And that's exactly what you're doing.
Because I'm not really wasting time, you guys. I'll say this. In those moments where it wasn't a successful event, it really was a successful event.
Yes.
Because I met people. I networked. I met people that's now in my life that I never knew that I would meet. And good. So that has been a blessing for me in that manner. And so that's where I started, is always, even though certain things were not, maybe an event didn't turn out the way I planned it still was a success.
Yes,
a success.
Yes.
And so I've done those things. I've also, like I said, on social networks now. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing a lot of different videos now, just putting myself out there. And now I've been also applying for different grants. So I've been looking for funds out here before I run into grab a loan. Although I do have my pitch deck, that's something that I'm not ready to do just yet, because I know that there's money out here. So I was blessed with one grant. So I'm looking to find others and just,
I need to connect with you. Seriously, you never know what, inviting these different entrepreneurs, I'm going to learn something too. So yeah.
And so now I'm looking to build my business credit. So there's really steps to it. You just don't start a business and just start selling the steps to it. And you want to make sure that you cover everything and make sure you know what you're doing with your business. Don't allow everybody to put their hands and feet in it, because then you won't know what's going on with your stuff. You don't know how to make your stuff successful because you have competitors out here. And if you're doing the same things that the same person is doing, then you will not grow. You have to set yourself different. You know, you have to make yourself stand out. And so I've been trying to create ways on trying to do that for myself. So I've been working on those things behind the scenes, and I've been working on developing more, creating more styles, more colors, making sure I have tall scrubs and scrubs and workout wear that are for the more voluptuous woman, because I want to have it for everyone. They like that stuff too. Yes, they want to look cute too.
Yes, they do.
So, yeah.
Yes, they do. Yeah, that's so awesome. That's good. And I love how you said that it doesn't, when you go to these different events, it's not a waste of time. It isn't. It's not a waste of time because God processes you. And you're not going to always get, I remember when I would go to different events myself, and I'll make I had to start learning and understanding how much to make. So when you first go out there, people are like, oh, there's going to be 300, 500, 600 people here. And you're like, oh, better make 500 cupcakes. You don't make the amount of cupcakes, this the amount of people that's going to be there. First of all, everybody don't like cupcakes. Second of all, everybody didn't come there to buy. Some people just come in there. And then a lot of these events are built are created for relationships. And so it's more so you marketing yourself. And so I had to get smart and not working hard with constantly making a ton of product and taking it out there and then bringing it back home. Now I got to go pound the pavement and go sell it. Yeah. Because I'm not about to eat all of that. So, but yeah, that was good. And every event, no, it's not a negative. It really isn't. I had to learn that over these 6 years. It's not a negative. I have gained so many, let's just say relationships, but when I pull back and allow God to lead me and guide me, they have been, it could be one person. It could be two people. It doesn't matter. See, we're looking for the masses, and it's not always the masses. It can be one person that could lead you, one conversation that could lead you to having your own radio show. One conversation that can lead you to, you just never know how God is going to unfold you, but you got to be open, and you got to be obedient, and you got to be listening. And walking in alignment with God. And
this is my sister right here. We try to push each other. I try to call her and keep me on. Like, wait a minute, I ain't heard from you. You ain't calling to pray with me.
I told her, I was like, my brain.
You got this.
I'm like, girl, you already know, right? My brain be so everywhere, but I love the relationship. We were just talking about that before I got here. How if I'm not, like, you better call her. You gotta call her. You gotta call her right now. When she called me and check up on me and stuff, I'm not great at that. I'm not.
But it's okay because I know.
Right. And see, she says okay, and then you know what I'm saying. I love that when somebody's not pressuring you. Man, y'all good. No,
you know what? Something just fell on my heart right now today. I don't know. Adults are not the only entrepreneurs. Going through those pop-ups and things like that, I saw a lot of young children, young adults that I was so proud to see them doing their thing.
They understand.
I'm like, this 6, 7, 8-year-old kid got a book, got this out.
Yes, they are out.
Threats a cause, look and feel good for a reason. It's gonna be a success.
It absolutely is. Yes, it is, and it's gonna reach. I love her. The workout gear is so cute. I really love that. I can't wait to see her on the box ass. But then I'm gonna get a smile about working out there. We ain't the ones to have that. Did you get great morning?
Yes, but I say that to say, don't limit yourself.
Yes.
If you want a business, you're ready to do business, start a business. Everybody's doing it. Even that 5, 6-year-old.
That's right.
You talking about you can't do it, you don't know where to start. Come on now.
Or not having the money. They don't either. It's the mindset. The mindset. You have to have the mindset and saying this is going to be it. This is what I'm going to do. The moment you say this is what I'm going to do, and you start to take the steps of the process and of finding your writing down your plan, right? Yes. Asking God, what is the plan that you have for me? I want to keep putting God first ahead of that. So you ask God, what's the plan for me? And then as the business continues to, as you move forward, you take a step. Faith without works is dead. You taking a step, you move it, right? God will download the desires in your heart, and everything comes from God. Everything.
But don't say like, God gonna do it for me.
No, that's right. I said faith without works is dead. So your feet need to move. You gotta get up. I can't sell cupcakes at home in my bedroom and just be like, oh gosh, why aren't they buying? I sold my first order of cupcakes at the New Year because I took cupcakes to a church on Christmas Day. Took cupcakes to a church, gained a new customer immediately on New Year's Day. I dropped off my first order already. And I created a new flavor. A flavor that people have been asking me to make. But you can't, if I wouldn't have taken that order to the church that day, I wouldn't have never met the man. Sometimes you got to sacrifice some things. Sometimes there will be some things that has to be sacrificed in order for you to get to where you need to be.
No excuses.
Yeah, no excuses, for real. No excuses when you got God. No excuses when he can give you everything that you need, for there is a plan for you that he has for you. God wants you to have a great future. People, a lot of Christians don't believe in wealth. A lot of people are offended by wealth. It's not the money that makes people bad people. It's the person behind the money that makes it a bad thing. It depends upon what you do with it. You can use it for your good. You got a good heart, you're going to use it for good. You got a bad heart, you're going to use it for bad. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes 11:7. Yep, I think that's right. Get seven sources of income, maybe 8. Because you never know when disaster is going to strike. And so a lot of us as believers, God didn't say go get the wealth. And a lot of people are, fussing a lot of wealthy people out there. And then there are some people who was doing wrong with their money behind the clock. Okay, God's going to deal with them. That's not your problem. But I want to be wealthy. I want wealth in my life. I'm canceling generational curses. And that's one of the biggest things. God gave me this business. I didn't go out here and be like, oh, I'm just going to start a cupcake business. She didn't go out here and say, oh, I'm just going to start Threads for a cause on her own. God downloaded that idea in her. And if he did not want her to do that, he would not be allowing her to have constantly open doors every single time she moves.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jesus, for real. And so wealth is ours, and you got to ask yourself too, what inheritance are you leaving on the table? We are in the line of inheritance, the inheritance of Abraham. We are in alignment with that, but a lot of us leave it on the table. We don't understand that, and so what are you leaving on the table is the question. What are you not tapping into? What is God telling you to do, and you've never even, you're just like, I can't do it. You can't.
When to start.
Yeah.
When to start.
Yeah.
First, have faith.
That's right.
Believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good place to start.
That is a good place to start. You do need faith. You need faith. You need belief. And you got to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding.
That's right.
And acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will direct your path. Yes. He will direct your path. Is there anything else you want to talk about as far as like with your business? Anything else any new revelations or anything else?
I'm excited on this journey. I'm very excited on the journey. Any revelations?
Or some wisdom you can leave with the people. Some good wisdom.
Don't stop, won't stop.
I love that. That's good. Yes.
Get it. No excuses.
Yeah.
And that's real.
That is real.
That's real. I have faith.
Yeah.
Put God first. Try your best.
Always. That's all you can do. That is all you can do. Okay, so go ahead.
I was just gonna tell people where they can follow me.
Thank you. I was just about to ask you that. We're on the same page.
So I'm on Instagram under Threads for Calls, THREADSFORACAUSE_LLC. That's on Instagram, Threads for Calls _LLC. I am on Facebook under Threads for a Calls. I am on TikTok for Threads for Calls. Y'all can catch me there acting really silly.
So yeah, you get to see the other side, see the real side of her too at the same time. Because you want to get to know her and get to know she's an amazing person.
Yes.
So amazing.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
And I've also started creating educational videos as it relates to dentistry under Brooks All Dental Hygiene. So you can find me there. So I wanted to put out information because I am in the field. I get a lot of questions from patients as it relates to their mouth. And so I wanted to be able to answer those questions for you guys as well.
So yeah, see, she just doesn't have threats for a call. She's extremely knowledgeable about her field. So you got any dental questions, you can reach out to Martina Brooks. That's who she is, you guys. Yeah, you said Brooks Dental.
Brooks All Dental Hygiene.
Brooks All Dental Hygiene. Yeah. When we go back, you can I shared it on your page and you can type in
the tags.
Yeah, type in the tags and links. Okay. Or you can send them to me and I can put them in the caption too at the same time.
Perfect.
But where else? You on you said
and my website is www.threadsforcalls.com. You can reach me at 1-800-561-1365 as it relates to the business.
If you want to show them, you can show them the threads one more time if you want to.
Sure.
Show them your peplum, your cute peplum. This is so cute.
I have on the short sleeve scrubs already. I show if you just not catching in the beginning of the video, you'll be able to see a little bit more of the scrubs. This is the peplum style though that I have here. Put it on the chair here. And so it's short sleeve. It has a pocket here.
I love
this. This is elastic around the sleeves here. Then we have pockets here on both sides. So it looks cutesy.
That is so cute.
And it zips up here.
Yeah, it's an invisible zipper. She had me when she unzipped that. I said, "There's a zipper there." That is so.
So that way, there's no issues with trying to put it on, take it off. And it's fashionable yet still simple. These are the pants, these straight leg pants. Has elastic in them. Also has a drawstring. It has pockets on the sides. Has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So they kind of fit near the ankle. They're straight leg. The ones I have on now are jogger style. I'll show you. I think I have those as well.
Oh, I forgot I also have socks. Girl, you didn't show the people your socks. We love socks.
So, I have compression socks now. I just added this to the line. To those women who, need something secure around their legs. I have them in different styles. So I have compression socks now as well. So I have about 8, 9 different styles.
These I like them.
Thank you.
They have band-aids and stethoscopes and stuff. These are so cute. I heard this is your logo design.
Well, actually, that's the heartbeat for like the medical. It's on the medical. Yeah. But thank you. And so I'm looking to just continually add to my line. You get a chance. If you go to the website, you'll be able to see everything on the website. You click on the set of scrubs, and it'll give you the option. They'll have different colors, but everything is on the website. And a little bit of information about me.
Go ahead. Stay with me, and you can give me your website.
Oh, yep. The website. Well, first, thank you guys for listening and having the opportunity to just listen to what we have to say on today with Cupcakes and Conversations. Yeah. Thank you, Tinisha.
You can give me your website again.
www.threadsforcause.com. Threads4Cause_LLC on Instagram, TikTok, Threads for Cause. Threads for Cause on Facebook.
And that's Martina Brooks, and we thank you all for joining us today on this week's of Cupcakes and Conversations on WVTC. If you want a platform like this, you can reach out at 708-612-1362, 708, Lord Jesus, 612-1362. I had it in my face just in case I forgot. 708-612-1362. And you can spread your word about your business, or if you just wanted the platform to be able to spread the word of God, reach out to WBTC Radio, because it's not about us, it's all about God. And we thank you all for joining us. And you can also catch WBTC Radio on multiple platforms. There's a Facebook platform, WBTC Radio, Twitter. You can catch us on my page, my regular page, and YouTube. Where the business, the company is growing, and so as we continue to grow, you will get more amazing shows like this. And I pray that you guys are having a happy new year, having an amazingly blessed day. We love you, and God loves you too.
Likewise.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory.